Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. Got the Friday ebb heading out in 30 seconds' time. That's Innsbruckring. Got quite a few people on the bus this morning. Got a few popping in and out of video.
I haven't got a very good stream, so might just drop the video.
Yeah, no problem. Also, we've got Mr. Bussy himself. Yes.
Yeah, no video for me today. It's kind of taken down. We had air conditioning being installed yesterday, so I haven't set everything back up.
Okay.
Plus, I don't want people to see me suffer at 2.0. I have a reputation to uphold. And just like that, I had to go grab something, so I'm off the back. Damn it.
Well, if there's anyone who can sprint to catch up, I know it's you.
I'm going to time trial my way back up. At least try.
Fence control stayed there for me today.
We can still late joining and that's an option.
Yep.
No. I'm not going to late join.
Good luck.
Esta canción te la dedico a ti, la que siempre está junto a mí. Las buenas y las malas, siempre bella y fiel eres tú. Desde el momento en que te conocí, sentí algo que nunca antes sentí. Contigo lo tengo todo, reina de mi castillo eres tú. Yeah. Me levantaste cuando estaba en el suelo, tuviste fe cuando nadie en mí creía. Bebé, tú eres la mujer maravilla, prometo ser tu Superman por toda tu vida. Tu sonrisa me inspira, cuando me tocas todo se me olvida. Tus labios me sanan las heridas, dueña de mi corazón, la que todo lo cambió. Una flor en el desierto y como lluvia bajo el sol. Dueña de mi corazón, contigo todo es mejor. Me calmas las tormentas con la magia de tu amor. Quiero protegerte, ser tu escudo. Quiero regalarte las estrellas. Quiero hacerte feliz, te lo juro. Quiero amanecer junto a ti hasta que yo me muera. Contigo todo es más divertido. Se van las horas sin darme cuenta. Eres como el aire que respiro. Dueña de mi corazón, la que todo lo cambió. Una flor en el desierto y como lluvia bajo el sol. Dueña de mi corazón, contigo todo es mejor. Me calmas las tormentas con la magia de tu amor. Esta canción te la dedico a ti, la que siempre está junto a mí. En las buenas y las malas, siempre bella y fiel eres tú. Desde el momento en que te conocí, sentí algo que nunca antes sentí. Contigo lo tengo todo, reina de mi castillo eres tú. Dueña de mi corazón, la que todo lo cambió. Una flor en el desierto y como lluvia bajo el sol. Dueña de mi corazón, contigo todo es mejor. Me calmas las tormentas con la magia de tu amor. Me calmas las tormentas con la magia de tu amor. Dueña de mi corazón. Esta canción te la dedico a ti, la que siempre está junto a mí. Dueña de mi corazón.
All right, back on.
Ian's ready for another power drop.
Yeah.
On the hill, the fence is only 13 meters. Oh, did you just extend it?
I so wanted to type in response to the fence almost touched me. It's not a priest. You'll be okay. But I didn't. Yeah.
thought you were joking. Oh,
Got Darth Vader there, Hugh.
yeah. Don't know why I did that.
Great sprint, guys. I just missed it.
Yeah, me too. Put me in 18th.
You look disappointed, man. You look angry and disappointed.
Well, top 10 anyway for the first sprint.
Nice work.
Before I get demoted by everybody else.
Or zapped by the fence.
Yeah, oh yes. Yes. Oh,
The zappy fence has caused quite a bit of confusion because there's quite a lot of people, that have joined Swift over the last couple of years that have never ever known the zappy fence. Had one person last week or the week before, I can't remember which now, who got zapped. It just took them out of the event. They were still riding the same circuit. Except I'm not in the event anymore.
Come on, Andy, I'm trying to get you paid here. You gotta go with it.
I was too busy typing my response. I didn't see yours there.
Mine said yes, but it works on bribery. The decisions are based on bribery.
Well, we have nothing to sell here, probably. You get one request in to have it, and then for 6 months they will ignore your request to remove it, so we don't really have a bargaining position.
Hey, you don't have to tell them who won the bid, the bribery bid. Just submit your bribes at your own risk.
That's dodgy. It's amazing so fast Swift gets art when you're reading an RPG. It's just so unnatural.
Oh, and just
That's the one.
think how bad it used to be. I mean, that guy is welcome to fly if he wants. It'll just be for about a minute.
Yep.
Fly away. Go, go, go. Oh, that would be an interesting race to have on the downhill. Just have a Lantern Rouge Zapper Fest.
Yeah.
Simon was racing.
Last one out's the loser.
Simon was on a crit race yesterday. I said to him, "Turn the fence off." He wasn't leading it.
Slow things down. Well, he's still complaining. Maybe we need a little, not just a zappy fence, but push mud.
I love how people just go, "Oh, that's just stupid Zwift things." No, if you act like a jerk on my real life ride, we're not going to let you ride with us either.
Yeah, rules like ways. Right? Like, that's called physics, bro.
Yeah. I try not to get too bent out of shape about certain things, but if the ride is a certain ride and it's there for the enjoyment of everybody, and you don't want to do it, then why are you there?
Right.
I mean, you go to ballet class if you want to do kickboxing. I mean, you do really well kickboxing ballet.
Like this one, bro. Who knew it'd be so easy to push little girls to the floor?
That's right. Well, I mean, it's no different than taking a Peloton class and complaining that there's no race.
Right.
Going in all-you-can-eat buffet and complaining that the food is low quality. Got to turn up your gain on the other mic, Dave. You're not on camera one.
Funny on a climb how easy it is to stay behind the stand. If you
More people about to get zapped.
All right, I think they're trying to.
Just went over the top. They're not going to get back in 4 seconds.
Well, if they could stop, it won't count.
Thanks, F-Win, for the ride on.
It's one.
I have a buddy of mine that rides on Zwift and won't tell me his username or ID because he's afraid that I'll see his power numbers and make fun of him.
Does he not have a reader?
I mean, he's not using his real name. I know, I've searched it, and it's an odd name. Yeah, so I have no idea. I'm trying to find him still.
All you have to do is trick him into riding with you for 5 minutes. Then
No,
he'll
he-
show up on Strava.
he won't. He will 100% not ride with me.
It's this impression you can create an evil out.
And I laugh because I'm like, come on, dude, I'm not going to try and blow you up. And he says,
Because you got me.
yeah, I know you.
around
You will
too.
blow me up. he used to work for me when I lived in Dominican Republic, and he used to love when I would, race the Dominican, especially the military guys, and just destroy them in real life. So that's his image that he holds in his head.
Did you say the Banana Republic? He was a banana.
Not banana, Dominican. Although he understood the mix-up.
Been watching a lot of those Buy a House in the Caribbean shows. Just amazing how nice the Dominican Republic is
Yeah, in Punta Cana.
compared to their sister country, I think.
So, Dave, I will tell you, that's in Punta Cana, Las Terrenas, and La Romana. If you go to Santo Domingo and a number of the other cities, it's better than Haiti, but I mean, I'm not saying light years better. They got a lot of problems they do.
So where would you live in the Caribbean?
I mean, honestly, if it weren't for the flight issues, like the U.S. Virgin Islands or British Virgin Islands would be the best.
Yeah.
Just because you have better governance.
Right.
If I had a ton of money, like millions of dollars, if I was making, accountant money,
Yeah. Anywhere to go.
I
We
would,
are, we are forever indebted to the US for buying those islands off us 100 years ago.
you're very welcome. It would be very hard for you guys to maintain them. I mean, so in La Romana, they have a place called Casa de Campo, which is where a bunch of rich people have houses, and you can stay in a hotel there or rent the houses, but I wouldn't mind living there if I could afford a private airplane to fly into La Romana. And, I mean,
Or your
You do
70-foot yacht would be cool too.
yeah. I'd also look at, what the hell is it called? Not Bermuda, Barbados, Bonaire. The Dutch Antilles down there.
Yeah, we saw that one.
Aruba or Bonaire. I wouldn't do Curacao because it's self-governing.
You don't imagine these billionaire accountants are happy, do you?
I mean, they're accountants, so no accountant's happy. I mean, have you met accountants?
That's like the fourth line on the job description. You will not
Yeah.
be happy. You will not enjoy.
Are you a miserable person?
What do you think
Yeah,
of those islands? The islands off Panama. Those look really, really nice.
So like Bocas del Toro and that area?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're just a little bit remote. So again, you have to balance everything. If you think you might need healthcare, you probably don't want to be in that area.
Right.
They also do have issues with trafficking, and a bunch of drug flow goes past that area. Stops on those small islands, so there's that. Costa Rica is not bad on the Pacific side. The Caribbean side is just marshy. I could do Costa Rica.
Yeah, especially if it's nice because we're basically taking care of them anyway.
Actually, they have their own economy's pretty decent. Pretty good overall quality of life. Actually, really good overall quality of life. So you can have a place on or near the water, at least with views. So Roatan is the other one that I would consider, even though other than Roatan or Utila, I would never live in Honduras.
You would Roatan?
Roatan and Utila are kind of, I don't want to say they're completely separated from a lot of things going on in the mainland, but they are to a certain extent. So it is a bit isolated from some of the problems.
Is that just because they bring in so much money?
No, it's actually, I mean, it's not the easiest in the world to get there. You have to take a ferry or fly in from San Pedro de Sula or come in from overseas. It's too expensive for a lot of the mainland population to get over there for anything. And the island folks in Roatan and Rotila, the native island folks, are a lot of them are descendants of the Caribbean slave population. So they don't necessarily always align with things on the mainland. So you do have your other, native indigenous population that is, descended from the Mayans and things like that there, but not as many. And it's not to say that those populations can do things any better. I think that they were just so isolated for so long, or so separate for so long, and not really thought about, that they didn't necessarily develop the same governance habits.
Right.
And now that it's a tourist, centric place, they do try to keep it a little bit safer and dialed down.
Right.
And the Honduran military and police do a great job there, because they have incentive to do a great job there, and they're supported. Whereas out like in other regions, Gracias a Dios region, things like that, they're unsupported. They're outgunned, outmanned.
So if you were to live in the U.S. Virgin Islands, everything's the same. You pay your same tax thing to the government and all that.
Yeah, U.S. federal tax, whatever the island requires.
Right.
But you don't need a passport to travel to and from.
Right.
There are obviously issues from being that far away when in the hurricanes and things like that. It's getting. I don't think Amazon delivers there on 2 days.
Yeah, I would have to get used to that.
Yeah. So there's, everywhere's got its issues. You just have to figure out what you want. Well, one of my no-go criteria is if I have to put up, a fence, a big wall. Actually, not even a fence, a wall with barbed wire or electric fencing on top of it, with ninja spikes. If I can't walk outside the house,
might not be it.
I kid you not, man. I used to get people who would come to the Dominican Republic and bring their firearms with them and get arrested on entry. And invariably, they'd always respond, "Well, I heard it was dangerous here." I was like, "Man, if you think it's so dangerous you need a gun, probably you don't need to be there on vacation."
Yeah.
And then my favorite would be, "Well, I have a Second Amendment right, or I have a concealed carry permit, or this is a licensed firearm." I was like, "In the United States, genius."
That's funny.
So do you think the law's going to change on assault rifles over with you?
No.
Assault rifles?
No, it won't get past Senate.
It does seem to make a bit of sense, bearing in mind we went through some pain on this. It's been better.
I think the Democrats in the Senate are already running for their lives right now to figure out how to salvage with how great things are going.
I think it's just beyond that. It's the way our primary system is set up. We've increasingly put the polls for who we elect, and compromise through the early 1980s used to be the norm. Now it's a bad word. If you look at how members of Congress vote, the changes in the last 30 years have made a lot of overlap into almost exclusively partisan, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
The UK government's the same, really. The number of free votes are minimal, and most of the time there's a 2 or 3 line whip. So
Yeah.
the Conservative You have to vote Conservative, or you won't be put up for re-election at the next election.
Yeah.
So it's all a bit artificial, and they're all expected to toe the party line if they want a ministership or something in a decade or so's time. So it's a crazy system, except for the free votes, which are about 1 or 2 a session. It's awful.
Well, the one difference with the parliamentary system like you have is a government's in charge. So whatever coalition they come up with, right or wrong, the decisions they come to, that's what they can implement. Because they always have enough votes.
And the second chamber is only a nominal thing. It doesn't usually throw out, it just adjusts. So it's barely a toothed body at the moment.
Do they still wear wigs?
I asked a few friends in the UK whether they thought that after the vote on Monday evening, Boris would have a party at number 10.
Yes. Little blonde number with a perm. Oh, it's awful, isn't it? Just embarrassed UK. Yes, I am.
Would you guys in the UK have the whack jobs like some of our people who are like QAnon believers in your parliament with a voice?
Not so much. There the what should I say? The slightly eccentric Bible bashers in the States got much power, but there's always strange people around. But,
of course.
No, the problem we've got is that there really isn't anybody electable. You know, Conservatives or Liberal or Labour. There's nobody you trust. Why it's a stalemate. It's awful.
Yeah.
So discussing illegal parties at a time where your EU exports are down with 31%, that is just so unbelievable.
I'm absolutely with you. Absolutely with you. No common sense.
Well, it's just become more, and it's always been this way to a certain extent, but more and more it's become about straight up power and not about, doing the right thing necessarily.
Power and money.
And now I will tell you, some of these people, because I've met a number of them, I mean, they really want to do the right thing, but I mean, our system is so, it's so designed for what it's become. The amount of money that has to go into it, the amount of power that comes with some of the media sites. If you don't stand a certain way and say certain things, and you're a Republican, you can't get on Fox News. And then you get on the other channels and you're demonized, so you're automatically a liberal, socialist, communist. And vice versa, if you don't say the right things. On the Democrat side.
You could be a liberal on CNN for 10 years and then say 1 or 2 things they don't like and you're out. Never go back.
Same on both sides. I mean, look at Chris Wallace. I mean, well, I mean, Chris Wallace, all of those guys. It's, you sit there and you're like, come on now. Well, Laura Logan. So I met Laura Logan in Afghanistan when she was working for 60 Minutes. And now all the crap coming out of her mouth, it's so different than what was back then. So now she's just shilling the Murdoch line, which is not what she believes. And vice versa. And there's all kinds of examples on both sides for people saying things because it's a paycheck instead of, even though they know it's wrong to say it.
Right.
So, I mean, it is what it is. As long as people keep watching those shows, they're going to stay on the air.
We've got like 7 to 10 people in media that are untouchable, doing their own thing, their own. But other than that, everybody else is beholden to how and where can I get on TV?
Yeah. Well, so I mean, there's some people who do try to do they don't focus on the news. They focus on their district or their state. Like Tammy Duckworth out of Illinois is good. John Shimkus used to be really good, but he retired. A number of them are in the shows because they weren't explosive. You know, they weren't saying random craziness. They were saying things like, hey, we need to control our debt, and hey, we need to focus our spending, and hey, we need to actually put social programs that do something, not just hand out money.
That's crazy talk.
I know. Anyways,
Do you think term limits would actually help?
what's that? Term limits? Maybe.
Yeah. Do you think that would help?
Maybe. I think it's actually simple electoral reform. That I don't like the first past the post methodology that we use. You could, because right now, if you look at the math, 45 to 48% of the electorate is disenfranchised by their representative.
Right.
And I'm not talking to president, I'm talking to your congressional representatives. If you combine 3 districts into one and no primaries and just go the top 3 vote getters, you're likely going to get a balance of people, you know, a 2 and 1 split, probably 2 centrists and maybe 1 a little further out, but none of the whack jobs will actually get the votes.
Right.
And if you do, it's only going to be 1 of 3.
I can't believe Newsom's still ahead in their area in California. Wow. And people have not learned it.
But who was there? Okay. All right, I'll be right there. 1K left. But who is the alternative? Okay. I gotta sprint. Hold on.
Here we go for the final 1K.
I'm getting summoned. I'm coming. 1 minute.
300 meters. Your name's out in the front at the moment. They're sitting in the wings there, ready to take over. Here they go. How's ramping up? Hoofers, 10 watts a kilo. Going for it. Pulling the gap. Blue's on his wheel. 7 watts a kilo. Hoofer can hold this, he's got it. Charlie's coming up close, fast. 12 watts a kilo. Taking the lead. Hang on his wheel, Hoofer. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here's the finish line. No one else in contention. Charlie and Hoofer take first and second place. Nice work, guys.
That was terrible.
All right, boys, got to run the air conditioning, guys. We're here.
All right.
Nice.
Perfect timing.
Oh.
Thanks for joining in.
Yeah.
Apparently my 1 minute power.
Here we have the results. Nice work, guys. Well done, Hoofer.
Yeah, well, my 1 minute power was low because I stayed behind Drew too long. I don't know how to crack this. I think I should have gone one. If I got 100 meters earlier, I would have stood a better chance.
Thanks all. Thanks, Andy, Dave. Afa.
Yeah. Yes.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for riding here, Hugh. So thank you to everybody for joining us on the stream. It's over now. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye.